I don't know why I'm holding my breath for so long. Hi! Hello! It's me, the local virtual baker, Saltea Kichee. Hi! Hello! Ah! uh, Hi, how are you all doing today? Hello, hello. Ah, I hope that the audio is good today, because I have decided to do something different once more with the stream today. A little different, something small, something very minute, but maybe it's possible, perchance, that you could possibly hear something. I'm not sure. I don't know. Hopefully not, but essentially what I decided to do, very often when I do baking streams and stuff like that, when I'm not at my desktop, I usually don't have any audio that I can hear. So I don't know if I'm ever getting rated or subs or follows or etc. And I kind of feel bad about that. But this time around, I have decided to just go, what's the word? Just full on audio. I can hear it. I turn my monitor sound on. So I want to see how well or bad this turns out. So yes, that is the gist of what's so different about today. Other than that, we are just baking today again. Just I guess more or less I'm trying to figure out if this is worth my time. Maybe this can be really nice to do or I don't know. Just cause what is it? You know, baking takes a while. Baking does take definitely definitely a bit of time. So, I have decided to see if it is possible.
Look!
Oh, hi.
Look!
Ah!
Look!
I'm looking. Miss Ramsey, please stop.
恋をしてた Can we wander for a spell and live in parallel? Cause I know it's true to be like you. My heart beats a rhythm just for you. And I could leave it on the shelf or keep it to myself, but nothing could console the things I feel. My love, I give you my grand reveal.
Oh, you sound nice. Wow, what a clip to bring up. Wow, you sound nice. Man, I want to just put that. I want to put that on. I want to put like not bird brain. Fudge. What is it called? What is it called? I'm such a fake fan. Oh my god, what is it? It's not bird brain. Machine love, right? That's what it's called. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. That is okay. First of all, hi there. Oh my goodness, it's lovely for you to join in. Thank you for the raid. I was just talking about like, oh, if I get raided, because I'm doing new audio stuff today. But thank you so much for the raid. Hi there. Hey, you got a great voice and all that whatnot. I respect that so much. Cause oh boy, I wish I could sing on stream. But I'm too anxious, and I have too much self-doubt. It's very unhealthy. It's very not good. But I was never meant to be not a language model. That's a different thing. I don't know, a singing model, a creature, an intelligence of the singing variety. So that's not up my alley, unfortunately. Food? Yes. I'm doing food. I was actually just about. Hey, you just made some great timing! I was just about to talk about today! But hi, thank you for the follow. Here, wait, let me shout you out. Hamu Dango? Ooh, do you do food? Dango, I think of just little, oh, I just typed in shout. Let me give you a follow. It's only fair. Takesies backsies, no, nuh-uh. But thank you for the follow. I hope you had a good stream. If you need to go dash it, if you need to go raid and run, you're more than welcome just to do that. Thank you for the raid. I will try to be, I guess entertaining. Oh no, what's your favorite bread? Oh, it's sourdough. I love sourdough. It's one of the best breads of all time. And if you disagree, you're more than welcome to disagree. But, what is it? Where the hand cam at? Well, that's funny that you should mention that. Okay, well, that's... Oh, wait. There we go. So, let's talk about today's stream, because, we're trying to do a little experiment, maybe a way to expedite things, because, yes, making bread, it does definitely take some time. That's the issue about when you make bread is the proofing, the rising, the waiting, if you will. And, you know, waiting sucks. No one likes waiting, and I do have the thing of like, oh, if you want to wait, play video games. But then sometimes that's too much things to do, and it's like, I don't want to really do that. What is that? So, I'm hitting several birds with this one stone today, because, one, I am testing to see if proofing, I got a lot of methods to try and proof things. I'm actually gonna use my shower, funny enough, because, you know, proofing boxes is something that a lot of, like, professional bakeries have, I think, to where essentially it's a hot box. It's a box where it's just kind of musky and steamy. And musky? I don't think that's the right word. Steamy. It's just really, really humid in the box, and that makes bread really, really rise quickly. So today I'm going to be testing that with my oven. I'm also going to be throwing bread in the shower with an umbrella. That's going to be fun to see how that turns out. And I'm also going to be testing out my milk bread recipe, because I've been having a lot of issues with my milk bread. My milk bread recipe, it's good, but I'm trying to figure out proofing, because I feel like every single time I have made bread, or at least made my milk bread, it's always dense, and it shouldn't be as dense as I think it should be. So we're testing we're testing that recipe today as well. Bread is milky. Shokupan? Does that ring more of a bell? Or like, Japanese milk bread, that sort of thing. It's a style of milk bread that uses a conditioner. It's a natural conditioner, so it's not like, I don't know, you're not putting yoga mats into it to make it softer. But the idea is that you mix flour and water and or milk in this sense to make this like pasty, gummy, gunky, gelatinous mix. And then you put that in your bread. And the idea is that it creates a much softer texture and also makes it so your bread lasts longer too. Conditioner. It has hair? No, it does not have hair. It's more of a, oh geez, what is the word? Is it I can't think of the word. Dough shampoo. It makes it more glossy, it makes it more shiny, and boy, it makes it a lot nicer. Yes. But, yeah, we're testing out the milk bread recipe I have today. I guess I should explain this too for the lot who are here. Well, since a lot of you came from another streamer, I need to explain, I guess, my recipes and all that. Because I make my own recipes. I love making bread. If you couldn't tell, you know, maybe you can't tell. I don't know, but I love just making bread, and I love making VTubers into bread. I never introduced myself, I think, but hi, hello, I'm Saltea Kichee, the local virtual baker. Yeah, you know, many minutes after the raid, but hi, I make VTubers into bread, and I make my bread recipes and all this and that. I play games and do all that sort of whatnot. I'm not sure. This is why I'm not a VTuber. This is why I'm a very bad VTuber. Wait, you got raided? Yeah, I got raided, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not very smart. I never claimed to be smart, but I have a bit of malware. Never claim to be smart. I don't feel to be smart. I don't identify as smart. I only identify as silly. So yes. What was I talking about? Oh, yes. My bread recipes. I make my breads. I make all my bread recipes. Original 100% guaranteed, because I want to make breads that are easier to make, people that like people think bread making is hard. I want to show it making easy and all that whatnot. So I try to make my bread recipes even dummy easy. So I think like a 6-year-old could even make it. It's really easy, not that hard. Though I do believe that the milk bread can be a little bit more difficult. So that's why we do these streams. Just do some testings, trying to make life easier for the what's the word? I can't think of the word right now. So, hi broccoli, VTuber. Yeah, I can't read. VTuber. Oh yes, I put the V there. Oh, VTuber. Yes, I guess that is I. That is I. That is me. Yes. Okay, I think I've done enough talking. I think you kind of get the gist at this point, and you see the little thing right here. So I'm just gonna. It feels silly to do this, but I'm gonna really quickly go to the bigger screen here. Yeah. Alright, give me a sec. I now have to vacate and actually move to said kitchen. Alright, here we are. Hi, hello. Hi. Alright, so, let's get to doing this. So, I have my oven, it is at the... Actually, that's really warm for just 200 degrees. Actually, wait, what am I saying? 200 degrees is really hot. Whatever, okay, I'm turning my oven off as a result of that. Okay, there we go. Kelvin? No, not Kelvin. Fahrenheit. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, 200 degrees Fahrenheit, but I forget that 200 degrees is actually kind of hot. Kind of forget that, like, oh yeah, temperatures above, like, 100 is actually quite warm. So, I'm gonna turn the oven off. But there's essentially two methods I want to try today to see if bread... I can't talk today at all. Quiet you. I hear you. No, stop that. I'm not sure if you lot can hear that, but my Discord's making sound, and I think it's kind of funny. I just want to leave it on, but... Okay, sorry. Focus, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I got milk bread here. I doubled the recipe so I can kind of do like a comparison, if you will. 200F is not even boiling, but it is the temperature to where yeast will die. And, you know, we're trying to make the yeast grow quicker, not kill it. So I just preheated the oven to 200 and now I turned it off. So the way I have in mind to make my oven into a proof box... The way I have my oven to turn it into a proof box is to essentially... I'm gonna really quick... Wait, I got that. I'm gonna get my pot here. And essentially what I gotta do is just kind of boil some water. I'm gonna throw some of that water into this container, which is another loaf pan I have, but it's a little bit too big for putting the other bread in. But I'm essentially just going to boil some water. Hopefully this doesn't glitch the camera too much. There we go. Okay. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't glitch the camera, because I know that very often my camera just doesn't like it when I turn my... What is it? My thing on. Here, let me show you the water. Wow, have you ever seen that before? Ah! Okay, I got some water on my bread. Alright. Anyways. Wait, what? Why do I have a timer? Why do I have a timer set? Oh, jeez. Yeah. So, the water is also at 200F? Not yet. Wet bread. Yeah, bread be wet. But I have, I'm gonna boil this water. And, well, before I do that, I actually gotta divide this dough. So, I believe I have, okay, 760, so that's like 1340, give or take. I'm bad at math. It's 1308, so I gotta divide that by 2, but that's like around something. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I can't do math on the fly like that. I'm not smart enough for that. I'm a baker. I'm not good with numbers like that. 680. 620, 630, so 30, need like 30 more grams, right? 680, okay, I made no progress there. Okay, 650, and this should be around 650 too, yeah? Yeah, okay, there we go. Evenly divided doughs, there we are. But yeah, among the other birds that I'm gonna be hitting with this stone today, expedited proofing, yep, that's the main goal. But I'm also going to check out, what's the word here? I'm also gonna be finding out if this is, well, first of all, if this is enough dough for this container. Because I just found out, and I've had this thing for, I don't know, like, at least a year. I gotta find out if 670 grams is even enough for this, or maybe I need to make more dough. I'm not smart. This is why I don't think I'm a good baker. But we're about to make some bread nonetheless, good and or bad. Wet bread. Alright. Trying to get all the gas out. Okay. The water's definitely getting there, I think. I don't know. I've never really watched I've never watched boiled water. I've never watched water boil. So, I don't know. Could just be magic. I'm not really sure. But I am just going to shape this into a nice little log here that we'll put into the loaf pan. And I, of course, then need to grease it. I'm actually kind of glad I was actually able to buy another one of these. And I was actually kind of surprised to find out that this thing is like, what is it? It's like, apparently it's like $10? Which I didn't remember it being that much. I thought, well, that little, actually. I don't remember how much I paid when I did get it, but I thought it was a lot more expensive than that. I'm not sure. Memory's not my thing either. A lot of things are not really my thing. Baking is just barely one of those things that are my thing, but it's my thing, I guess. Okay. So, into that pan it goes, and I'm gonna put the top. Oh, gotta grease the top. And yes, this is where I'm going to see if proofing it in the oven right here, that is just at least a little warm now. I wonder if this is gonna make it go faster. Or rise faster. Still waiting for this. Okay, at least see some steam. Doesn't feel like it's boiling yet. I mean, it's hot, but nah, it doesn't hurt my hand yet, so it's not that hot. To get boiling water. I feel like I should put this in a different loaf pan. I do have a smaller one. One is quite big. Hold on, let me see if I have a small. Got a smaller one. Alright. Oh, I also forgot to mention, because today it's a very funny day for those who probably are online too much. Happy 4/13. If you know, if you know, you know. I will not elaborate otherwise. So hey, good on ya if you know what it is, and if you know what it is, you're an absolute freak. We're all the freaks of nature if you know what I'm referring to, and you can't deny it. Freaks of nature. That's what you are. We are. Alright. There's still an air bubble in this. Right. I'm gonna throw this guy right here. And I don't really have a top for this. Alright. Just put a towel over top. Maybe... Okay, so I was kind of just joking about throwing this into my shower and just giving it an umbrella. But that does sound quite funny, and it could work. But I'm not gonna do that because, what is it? What's the word here? A lot of semantics. I'm trying to make it more easy to get to bake bread and let bread rise and all that whatnot, and that just seems like a whole bunch of semantics. Bain Marie? What do you mean, Bain Marie? I assume that's what you're saying, Bain Marie? Which, I don't know. Oof. Right, water's finally boiling. Setting the pan in another pan of hot water. Well, that's what I got this thing for. It's my other loaf pan. It's my loaf pan for bigger loaves. Instead of a shower. Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do with my oven right now. Putting all this hot water in my oven to help create steam. And then this should essentially create a very humid environment in said oven and hopefully makes the bread rise a little bit more quickly. Hopefully. There we go. Also, it's kind of funny because Bain Marie, I think of something completely different. So, for some reason, okay, in some kitchens, some kitchens call things differently, and I'm not sure how to explain it. But like a Bain Marie, that I think of a bell pot, but a bell pot is not a bell pot. It's like this metal like it's like a metal cylinder. Think of it like this, a quart container of sorts, alright? But it doesn't have a lid, it's just kind of made of metal. But for some reason, in my kitchen that I work at, we call them Bain Maries. Even though that they're, I think, bell pots, essentially. But they're not bell pots either, because I don't think... Bell pans? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ovens? Kitchens are weird. Ugh. Okay. So... I guess what I'm gonna try and do, though... if anything, I'm gonna use this as a control. I forgot to grease this. Hold on. Nope, I didn't forget to grease this. I forgot that I greased it. Ugh. Well, okay, so anyways, this is gonna be our control. I'm just going to actually set a timer right now. And soon we'll check the bread that is in the oven and let that rise. I'm gonna set a timer. I would usually let bread go for around an hour to rise, but we'll let this boy and the other lad in the oven right now, we'll let them go for half an hour and we'll figure out that stuff. Meanwhile, I need to cook, but I also would like to show you something just because I'm a little I feel very proud about this, okay? So I have made several containers worth of chicken stock, and you know, it's nice and stark, it looks very rich and all that, but I'm very, very proud of myself because it actually has a very nice clarity. Like it's kind of clear. Like look at that. I can put a spoon in it and you can kind of see it, but it's kind of clear for what it's worth. And I don't know, it looks like good chicken stock. Because I was breaking down a chicken today. I broke down a chicken, saved up some other stuff, made a broth and all that whatnot. Dark for chicken stock. Well, I mean, If it was darker, it would definitely be, I guess, beef stock or demi-glace or something like that. I'm not sure. Also, I want to show another thing, another silly thing, because this is my boy. Look at how wait, I want to show you this. Look at how bubbly he got. Look at that. He's screaming to be used. Look at the man's the bubbles. Very active. And I almost accidentally killed it because sometimes the brain turns off, you know? I just can't stop thinking. Well, no. I stopped thinking. And essentially, as I was cleaning this out, you know, getting it to its second feed, I nearly just threw all of Wheatley down the drain. But there was still a little bit of residue left, and, well, apparently, the little bit of residue, which was like, what, 10 grams worth, was enough to still make him still very lively. He has more bubbles than dough now, foamed and evil. Yeah, he's very foamy, but this means he's very active. So I think it's a good opportunity to make some sourdough. I do want to try making a few sourdoughs. Two VTuber I want to make two VTuber sourdough breads in particular. I want to make the gochu bread of Fenari. I kind of just want to make it because I want to get a good picture of it. So I want to get that dough mixed. But I also want to work on the bao bread as well because I feel like I never really gave it a chance to really turn into anything. So I am going to try making those both breads. The first one we're going to make is the Fenari one, because I like that one more. And it's not that I don't like the bao bread, it's just that it's just using energy drink for a bread and sourdough, it just seems very sacrilege. So I'm just going to use the same bowl I used for the milk bread. Added flavor. That, and it's like it's still bread in the same at the end of the day. There's nothing to really worry about on paper. In the grand scheme of it, I should wash it out because oh my god, there's fat and other things. This ain't that serious. So I gotta go pull up the recipes. I forgot them. But more importantly, I also need to go grab my other flours. I also just need to use this one flour I have. It's this really interesting stone ground bread flour. Apparently it's like really good. I had never gotten the chance to using it, but now I'm gonna give myself that chance. I don't know if it's gonna be really truly any different from any other sourdough or any other bread flour I've used, but I just want to take a little look-see. Maybe it is good. I'm not sure. And also, I kind of realized that I don't know why I walked away to look up recipes when I can just go on this little thing here. Why? So I have it. White shirt. One of these days, I'm gonna actually be wearing a yellow one. I do have yellow ones. Just that they're always like bit see-through, I guess, so I just don't like wearing them. Okay. There we go. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay. It needs 220 grams of water. Perfect. Okay, and I need 90 grams of starter. Hopefully this is gonna be enough. Oh. There we go. You know, I don't know why I've become so, what's the word here? I feel like I'm becoming a little bit more timid when it comes to like my baking streams and whatnot. And I don't know why, it's very strange. Hey, and in comparison of when I'm with other people and we're playing video games, for instance, it's night and day. It's a little funny of how drastic the personality changes, let me tell you. And I do not have a strong explanation to why that is. Having an issue of consistency? That's me. Speaking of consistency, you know what's kind of a, what is it? You know what's kind of, I'm gonna complain about, I wanna complain, alright? So, ignore me for the next 5 minutes if you don't want to hear me complain. But, oh my god, I want to throw bricks at walls. I keep forgetting that I want to post something, but every single time I want to post it's like, oh wait, maybe I should post that tomorrow. And then I end up like forgetting about posting this thing, and it's like, well, now I can't really post about it, because like usually it's like something that's like, what, what's the word? I don't know what I was talking about. Something about posting, right? Oh yeah, posting's just a pain, I guess. I'm assuming it's a pain, because if it's a pain, then I would remember specifically of why it's a pain, but now I'm just kinda... I am kind of drawing a blank here. I can't remember what I was complaining about. It's so hard to complain. My god. Need to get more gochujang. Gochujang? Gochugaru. Spicy stuff. Sesame seeds. Yes. Oh, you know, just actually, okay, so thing to mention, just because this VTuber, the VTuber bread that we're making, what is it? I believe she's actually right now doing a marathon. I don't have any mods in chat right now, but if I did, if anyone that's a mod in chat, and if you would just ever so kindly just shout out Fenari for me, that'd be grand. Just can't remember what I was talking about. Flour, spicy, sesame, sugar, no sugar. It's all, okay, all that's in. Good. And make sure I have the other one, because I need to work on vowel next. There it is. Alright. And I'll have that to the side so I can add again. Ah, I can see ya now. Magic Wizard Hat. Hi there. Hi, Magic Wizard Hat and Lung. Hi. Yeah, what have I missed anything? Granny Duck. Cheese curds. What about cheese curds? You are unfortunately not making poutine, if that was something that you are perchance thinking about. Nom. Yeah, we're not making cheese curds. We are making milk bread. I know this doesn't look like milk bread, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to bake this off today. Even if I wanted to, I would very much be against doing it today. You know, if you want to make a good sourdough, you have to make sourdough the next day. Never should you actually make a sourdough like the day of. And I've made sourdough day. I have made day of sourdoughs. It's not like they're bad or anything like that. But making day of sourdoughs just don't have that fun, unique flavor of like sourdough. And at that point, you might as well just make what is it? You might as well just make what is it? Like a country loaf or just normal bread. For a second, I want to reply MILF bread, but this isn't Aries chat, and you can actually cook. Are you implying that Aerie can't cook? If so, can you spill some deets? Can you, like, perchance tell me about her disastrous ways of how bad she is able to not cook? I don't know, okay, so, I'm not sure if this is a take. She enjoys TV dinners. You know, that sounds about right. The office lady doesn't know how to cook. But when it comes to, like, what's the word here? When it comes to, like, cooking and all that whatnot, I would think that a lot of, like, lads, like, a lot of creatures in the world would know how to cook, you know? But when it comes to this medium, I find that a lot of VTubers can't cook. Now, granted, you know, there are some VTubers that can indeed cook. Zuzu, for instance, she is a wonderful VTuber. We raided into her the other day. And she is a very fantastic streamer and cook and chef and cooking creator. If you don't know her, I would recommend that you go check her out, because I'm not sure if this is like glazing or... No, this is definitely glazing, but I feel like she definitely makes a lot more fun stuff than me. I don't know. I'm not really even that... It's really weird to compare myself too, because I don't really strive, for excellence, if you will. I don't know. It's not even a manner of self-deprecation, it's just being, like, aware, if you will. This is always the weird thing about this bread, which is why I'm trying to revisit it, because the buckwheat flour, when I use it, it's like whole wheat flour, and it's a lot more absorbent, a lot more wet. I mean, a lot more dry, if you will. No, not if you will. It is. It's just more dry. So it's like easier yet harder to work with, because one, you can actually knead it. But that's the thing, you can actually knead it, and it's a little difficult for some people. Some people don't like kneading, so. She enjoys TV dinners, though. You know, one of these days, I want to kidnap a VTuber, okay? And I want to cook them like a nice, lovely meal, you know? I've tried to see if there are any VTubers that I know of, but there are none. And that's a good thing. If there was any VTubers that were within my vicinity, I think that'd be a danger. For them, not me. I'm never in danger. As much as I know, at least. I don't know. You would make them into bread? Yeah, I would definitely bake them into bread. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I? But nah, like, honestly, that's like a huge thing I would love to do one day. Just, like, cook for some friends. I don't know, I want to just... I like cooking for people. I like cooking food for people. I like making sure people are happy and full, and, like... To explain it simply, to give you the best analogy, I'm like a grandma. I want to make sure if you ever leave, like, my home or place of residence, or if I'm within your vicinity and there's a kitchen nearby, I want to make sure that you're happy and healthy. It's kind of funny with this, just because it's so dry. It can just put it into a log, and now I'm just gonna let that rest so it can do its thing for now. Alright, now I gotta clean. Now I actually have to clean this bowl. To talk about something else, the other lass, I'm assuming lass, who just raided into us, was gonna say something. I forgot what it was. Well, okay. I know what I'm gonna try and say, but it's like, oh geez. I have to now just kind of formulate it. I gotta like put it into words here, if you will. You know what? I can't formulate it into words because I don't know what I was gonna say. Other than just say like, oh wow, they sang good. They sang real well. They sang really nicely. And I also want to reveal, because I think it's just kind of fun. There has been several times, I don't know when exactly, but there has been several times where I've at least contemplated on trying to sing or try and do karaoke or stuff like that. I think this was a real long time ago. Yeah, this was a really long time ago, but I did initially, I believe, did a... What is it? I'm gonna add... Wait, I'm actually gonna... Can I add this now? Yeah, I'll add this now. There was a while ago to where I did a karaoke stream, but it was kind of pathetic because I just couldn't do it. Come on, close. It was very pathetic to watch, I think. So much so, I believe that VOD has now been deleted, or it has been unlisted, just because it was bad. I think it was like, instead of singing, it was just me complaining about, oh my god, I sound horrible, I'm not good at singing, blah 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 blah. Oh, it's purple. I forgot about that. I forgot it looks purple. Perfect. 2 do I have any middlings? I haven't really made flour in quite some time. I don't think I even have whole wheat flour anymore. Oh yeah, I cleaned this out. I think I threw it away, didn't I? I did! Fridge. Doormat. Yeah. Well, you know what? I do have rye, so I'll use that as well. Oh yeah, so stream. What's the stream? The karaoke stream. Yeah, I'm glad that thing is gone. Well, not gone, but like, no one has ever asked about me doing a karaoke stream. I don't think I'll ever do one just because of how anxious that made me. A horrible stream. Or at least I thought it was a horrible stream. It felt like a horrible stream. Okay, there we go. You know, it is kind of interesting. Because with this, you would think that there's no more sour starter left, right? You would think that pretty much I just killed all my starter. But apparently, funny enough, all that stuff on the side here is enough. Isn't flour just such a strange thing? Not flour. Isn't sour starter just such a strange thing? It's like a regenerative or something. Okay, 140... 140... 150... No, 140 and then... 210. Okay, good. Man, you know, I keep saying this over and over and over again, but I definitely need to write things down because there's so many things I wanted to chat about today, but I had completely forgotten about them. I'm always trying to rely, like, oh yeah, my memory. I'm definitely gonna remember this. I know I'm gonna remember this because I want to try to remember this. I believe I've had the same conversation with you. But, same results yet again. Absolute insanity, thinking that I can probably say something different, huh? Where is it? Beep. Hi there, hi there, hi hi. Beep boop. There we go. In you go. Okay. I already forgot the measurements. 140. Here we go. Oh, that's not the right lid. And you know what they say, rye, whole wheat, it's the same difference, right? At least I kind of see it as so. I don't know, rye, whole wheat flour, they're both the same kind of things. They're both healthier alternatives for all that floury whatnot. All that floury, healthy flour, bread, whatnot. I remember I used to make my, I used to make like my normal sourdoughs with a bit of whole wheat or a bit of rye, but then I stopped. I don't remember why exactly I stopped doing it, but I think I just kind of got sick of it. I'm not sure if this is groundbreaking information or anything like that, but white flour is a lot better than a mix of white and whole wheat. I think it just tastes better. The sort of bland flavor that you can get when you try whole wheat breads and stuff like that, they're good, but I feel like it just kind of, for lack of a better word, it tastes too healthy. It just tastes way too healthy, and I just do not enjoy it. I don't know. Okay, 6 grams of 6 grams of salt. There we go. Found myself yearning for barley. You have found me at a very Arcadian time of my life. Arcadian? That's a big word. Can you prescribe? Can you tell me what that means? That's a very big word, and I just do not know what that means. Please elaborate for me. Oh wow, it's not as what's the word? No, my like. I was planning on cooking today, so that's why I actually just have like those here. Yeah, Arcadian. I just think of like an arcade. Ancient bronze civilization. So like, not mosaic. What is it? Like Aztec stuff? Is it right? I don't know. Mainly use barley for bread and beer, I think at least. I mean, that definitely makes sense. I believe, like, that type of civilization and whatnot would probably more or less make flatbreads, no? More modern, like, the breads that, like, have rise and levain, things that can rise, like, with yeast and all that stuff, I think that's more of a, I'm gonna use this term loosely, modern interpretation of bread. Mostly ancient civilization breads weren't really like bread as we know as today. Mesopotamian, so like ancient Iraq. Yeah, especially with that then, like mostly for all that kind of breads and whatnot, I would imagine that it's actually more akin to, what is it? It's more akin to like all the flatbread, like naan for instance. Naan is a, like naan, your pita breads, and stuff like that. I think. I don't remember for sure. I don't remember too much of my bread history, for instance. But I believe, like, this is not Mesopotamian, but, like, since the Aztecs are just in my brain, fun little fact, I believe Aztecs used a lot of maize, so they made a lot more, like, corn-related breads and whatnot. That was pretty much their weapon of choice for, like, grain. So they would use that a lot. Like tortilla-based breads and all that whatnot. No, not at all. They did yeast a whole lot. They paid salary in beer and so on. Yeah, I don't know much about my my bread history too much. Although I probably should. But also I don't want to because I'm lazy. And I also just don't like, well, not that I don't like reading, I find it really hard to read. The only thing I can read is only if they have pictures in said book. Even at that, I'm still kind of hit or miss, if you will. It's a mix of stuff. Non-yeasted bread is kind of the stuff to when you have flour and need to break bread really fast, yeah? Well, okay, so now this is bringing up something different now, because if you're talking about, like, instant yeast, like the dry yeast that we have, I believe that's more of a modern invention. More or less with, like, ancient civilizations and whatnot, they would use something that was like sour starter. They would use something more akin to that. Or they actually wouldn't do that. Let's say this bowl, for instance, they probably didn't use bowls. Well, they probably did use bowls, but something like this, they would actually, I believe they would actually save, like, some of the scraps of bread and whatnot, and they would throw this, like these little pieces here, into the next batch of bread they would make, and that would be used to leaven the dough, because in these little bits and stuff right here, it is yeast and all that whatnot. I didn't read, to be honest. I'm just relaying stuff from YouTube videos. Well, even at that, I don't really feel like watching YouTube videos. Reading, watching, informationals. Unless there's fun animations, I don't want to watch it. Or read it. I don't know. I gotta sneeze. Sorry about that. And that's one more. Alright, gotta make sure I label these. You know, something I'm always kind of curious about, thank you. Something I'm kind of curious about when it comes to, like, other food tubers and stuff like that. Someone that makes and bakes or stuff and whatnot live on stream. You know, I don't usually see them. Well, to be fair, I don't really watch too much anymore. But I don't usually watch them too much anymore. But half an hour. I don't really see them, like, clean as they go, or clean at all, really. Kind of makes me curious because it's like, oh, do they clean as they bake or cook or anything like that? Or do they just kind of throw all their stuff into a thing and then hope for the best? They'll get to it later. Like, when it comes to cleaning and all that whatnot, I like to clean as I go, or just shove it in the dishwasher and call it a day. But even at that, well, okay, to be fair, I imagine a whole lot of people don't really have ample access to their sink and whatnot, so they probably throw it all into some little pile and they get to it at another time. But with my kitchen, my sink is literally right to my left here, so I'm able to access it whenever I want to and whenever I need to. I'm wondering if they do clean as they go, like they go onto like a BRB screen or something and they start cleaning their dishes and all that whatnot. something that I probably should actually ask, what is it? Maybe I should ask Zuzu, just because she's cool. And she probably would have an answer for that, actually. I am out of water. I need to get more. Yes, I love water from the tap. Probably should have filled this before stream, but I don't remember these things. I'm not very smart. You lot should know this already. I'm not very smart. I don't use the brain very often. I need to find where I saved your recipe doc. I got the stuff to do some sourdough one of these days. I don't really recall. Well, actually, lucky for you, if you want to look for my bread recipes, they are literally in the description of this stream on YouTube. On Twitch, if you're interested, I think it's in the About page, the About tab. That's where my stuff for like baking and stuff and whatnot's there, I believe. So hey, if you, what is it? If you don't have the thing for my bread recipes and whatnot, YouTube side, just check the description. You'll very much see it there. It should be very obvious. I believe it's right under the artist credit for the thumbnails, so it should be under there. Speaking of, I guess cooking streams and whatnot, Friday or Thursday, I don't remember when, or maybe Saturday. Sometime this week, we will do a cooking stream, but I am kind of in the mood. I'm kind of having a big sweet tooth recently, so I kind of want to make some pudding, some flan, and creme brulee. I think that'd be kind of fun to do, because I feel like, well, I've made creme brulee, and I've made flan before, but that was also a long time ago, and I think that the flan I made had a really horrible texture to it. It was like spongy in a way that was like, you bite into it and you just had air bubbles. It was like cooked egg. It wasn't very good. So I definitely want to revisit that. I think it'd be fun. But anyways, it's time to check our bread and whatnot. It's been half an hour, so this rose very nicely. It's almost doubled in size. It's kind of getting there for the sense of being proofed. It's kind of sticking there, but it definitely needs another half an hour. But for our bread right here, that is in the oven. Oh! Okay, well, you can't see it, because I don't want to disturb it already. But this did seem more... It definitely seemed like it was more optimal, if that makes sense. I hope that all this movement hasn't deflated it at all. Always a big worry when it comes to the... Okay, you can see it. But it definitely rose a lot more. Even if you put it side by side, this one definitely rose a whole lot more. So I'm gonna very carefully close it up. Because this is like at the lid, you know? This is at the lid, while this one is kind of like, I don't want to tilt it, but like, the dough in here is at the lid here. But the dough right here on the left is like, almost 2/3 the way up here. So this rose a lot more quickly, and it doesn't look cooked, so that's a plus. But it's definitely lively still. So it's very, very tall. Proofed very nicely, looks very nice. And this one, it still needs time. So I'm gonna just put a little towel over this guy again. The moment my oven actually preheats to 375, we'll put this guy in first, because he looks ready, and then the other lad will throw it in last. So, now we have a half an hour to burn. We have a half an hour of time to wait, because it usually takes that long for my oven to get ready.
So, it's like what? Almost dinner time for me. I don't feel like ordering out. So, I was actually watching the stream yesterday. I think yesterday. No, I think it was Saturday. What's today? I think. Oh yeah, it was Saturday. I think it was a Saturday stream I was watching. When we raided into Zuzu, she was making chicken marsala. That kind of just like turned my brain on, and then like, oh yeah, you know what? I need to make some chicken marsala. Chicken marsala is one of my favorite things in the world. I love making chicken marsala, and even though I make it incorrectly, quote unquote, I do love chicken marsala the way that I make it. Not the most authentic I almost said Chinese for some reason. The most authentic I almost said Japanese this time. The most authentic Italian food. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Anywho, all that you need to know is that I'm making chicken marsala now. I haven't actually made myself chicken marsala in like, I don't know how long. But it's definitely been a hot minute since I've last made chicken marsala. So, getting the block out. Got the knife out. And, that. Right. So I got my chicken from the chicken I broke down today. I actually, I'm pretty sure I've talked about this plenty of time beforehand, but usually when people like order chicken breasts and all that whatnot, I don't normally do that. I tend to buy like a whole roaster chicken and then break it down, because now I have a two chicken breasts, wings that I had for lunch today, and that was really nice. 2 quarters and a lot of bones I used to make chicken broth. And now I have like 2 things of chicken broth that I can use to make into curry, soups, etc. And if I really want to, I can then reduce it down, make them in little demi cubes, like court bouillon cubes, but like they're more jelly and they're more condensed and also not as salty. So, very nice stuff. Very good stuff. Okie doke. But yeah, I think yesterday I went shopping. Yeah, yesterday I went shopping, and, wait, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I think yesterday I went shopping. No. It was yesterday. Today's Monday. Yes, I went shopping yesterday, and, I don't know, just with me wanting to make chicken marsala, I just had to make it today. It just felt right. And also, it was just really nice I went shopping the other day. It was real great. There were so many things that were on sale. My goodness. What is it? I found, like, several things of, like, fish, and they were, like, $3. And that's, like, that's really good. Fish for $3? Very good stuff. But, I'm gonna make this... I'm just gonna make chicken marsala. I don't know how to explain it. It's funny, I don't know, when it comes to like chicken marsala or like chicken piccata or just like, I don't know, let's say like beef bourguignon or like stuff like that, you know? When it comes to like, when it comes to like food and recipes and all that whatnot, I never find myself using like an actual recipe, if that makes sense. Like right now, I'm actually just not following a recipe of sorts because to simply say I kind of know a recipe on top of my head. Anywho. But yeah, I just find that really funny. I I don't understand why my brain is as selective as it is. But I can remember, like, recipes of, like, things I've made, and I wouldn't have made these things in quite some time. Like, I can't even remember the last time I've made chicken marsala. I feel like it's definitely been, like, almost a few years since I've made chicken marsala. So for what that's worth. I gotta wash these shrooms. They got a little stuff on them. I know often people don't wash their shrooms. And you can just brush them off with just like a paper towel or whatnot. I like to wash them. I'm not as weird as the people that like to like wash their meat and all that whatnot. That's a little bit too weird. Though I do understand it if it's like, I don't know, if it's slimy. Because then it's like, okay, well, first of all, you probably need to think about throwing it out. Second of all, I get it. At that point, yeah, okay, I can definitely see why you would want to do that. I know that actually for some people actually tend to... What is it? Some people tend to wash all their vegetables in a solution of water and very little bits of vinegar. And it makes sense because it sanitizes your stuff to make sure it's really clean. But I guess some people just are a little worried about getting sick. I'm not sure what it says about me. I don't really care about getting sick from something like that. And even if there is something like contaminating, if there was a contaminant in some of these things, I wouldn't I would just die, I guess? I don't know. I'm also gonna mention that I actually am not making this chicken marsala recipe correctly, if that makes sense. Because usually for chicken marsala, you're gonna use an onion. And although I do have an onion, I just thought, you know what? Let me try to elevate the recipe a bit, you know? So I'm using a lot more garlic than I guess would be in a normal recipe, because I'm just a sucker for garlic. A recipe like this, for one person, you would probably get like, maybe these two. But I'm doubling it and doing a lot more garlic because I love garlic. I'm also using shallot because I think shallot tastes better than onion. To say simply, it is, what's the word? It's a more expensive onion because it has better flavor, more allium flavors, sweeter, all that whatnot. And for something like chicken marsala, when you use marsala wine, the wine itself is very sweet. But when you use shallot, it adds like a nice natural sweetness to it. That makes sense? No, I actually just started to cut stuff and whatnot. It has been quite some time since I've actually just done a cooking stream, has it? It's just been a long time since I've actually just kind of cooked something, no? Because usually the whole lot of what I usually do here is a lot of baking. I don't really do a lot of cooking, but I would like to change that. I want to do more cooking streams and whatnot. And there is this really ambitious cooking stream I have that I want to do, but I need like someone else to do it with me, I guess. But everyone I want to convince, and everyone that I ask, hey, do you want to do this with me? They always say no. To their merit, they have good reason to say no. But, what is it? I would just think it's funny. I want to do a very dangerous and silly stream, but it's only dangerous to me, so it's not really that bad. But I want to do a stream to where I'm cooking something completely blindfolded. Though I also don't know how to authenticate, like, oh yeah, I'm blindfolded. I can't see a single thing. But I do understand the merit to why people are a little worried when I say, I want to do a stream completely blindfolded. You know, with a sharp knife to where you could hurt, where I could hurt myself. But I like to think that I am a little up to snuff when it comes to cutting, at least. And I know that kind of sounds like I'm trying to be just very, what's the word? Like, oh, I'm hot stuff, this and that. I don't know. Probably does. And it's kind of like unnecessarily dangerous. You know what? I kind of understand. I understand now. Okay. But I have been kind of watering down the idea of instead doing a blind cooking stream, that'll just be blind baking. I don't know. Maybe I could just make cookies. That's an easy thing to do, and like someone could just convey me the recipe. I can use cups and stuff like that, and I think that'd be fun. How good I could do. If not cookies, then I could do, what is it? I could do cake? I don't know. I know what I probably just did just then actually would have probably scared some people. I don't know. But stuff like that, I don't know. As long as you know what you're doing with a knife, it's not really that scary in the grand scheme of it. Like, if I was, like, what is it? If I was still new to cooking and whatnot, like, if I was still learning how to cook, doing something like that would terrify me. But now I kind of know how to, like, gauge, if you will. Gauge off of, like, oh yeah, I can do that and be completely fine. Right. I don't know why, for some reason right now, and I'm very sorry about all the sniffling, but I'm starting to sniffle for some reason. Don't know why, don't know how. It's not like I'm getting like, what is the word? It's not like the onions are making me like watery-eyed or anything like that. Shallots, not onion, my bad. Because it's definitely not that. They don't feel very strong, and I'm not getting like teary-eyed or anything like that. But for some reason, my nose is getting really runny, and it's weird. Don't know why. Here we go. No more knife stuff. No longer have to be terrified of the knife. I'm not gonna cut myself anymore, because I will no longer have an opportunity to do such thing. Okie doke. Righty tighty. If you're really good at one thing, being smart is kind of superfluous, superfluous. Once more, you're using a big word here. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I'm not very smart. Oh wait, shoot, I forgot. First I gotta wash my parsley because it has energy drink powder and flour on it, so I definitely want to wash it real quick. But I'm excited to use this parsley because this is some of the parsley that I grow in my little garden. And when I was picking off the parsley from the stems and threw the stems in my stock, it was very, very fragrant. It was very strong. Like, usually parsley you get at the store, you're not going to be able to even smell it. I would say that there's no smell at all from, like, store parsley. But parsley is definitely something that, when you grow it, it definitely has a very uniquely strong, like, I hate to say grassy, because it kind of gives a negative connotation, I think. Because grassy's not necessarily a good term. But, like, I would say maybe, like, a grassy, sort of celery-like kind of note of, like, scent. And it's quite lovely, and it smells very refreshing. Anyways, that's all my parsley. Okay, I'm not, that's weird. I just hear a whole bunch of bubbling, and I'm like wondering where the hell it's coming from. Coming from this. Why is it bubbling? Weird. Why is it bubbling? All right, well, hold on. I need to go get my gun real quick. Where is my gun? Because I'm gonna use my gun to see if the oven's hot enough. Oh, right. Alright. Hot enough. Alright. Into the oven you go. Alrighty. Become bread, please. And thank you. Through the rack. Alright, in you go. Become, oh, actually because the oil, it's like oiling, I gotta put it on a heat tray because it worries me. Okay, in you go. Become bread. Hopefully, that turns out to be a very lovely loaf of bread. I sure hope so. Oh, it's my recipe. Of course, it's gonna... you know I say that in jest, and also to try and do some positive reinforcement, but it always feels weird to try and reinforce that idea of like, oh yes, my wonderful bread, blah 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 blah. Also, give me a moment, I gotta actually... I must be getting down with something. I must be getting ill. I have enough malware, and now I'm gonna get physical illness? Ugh. But yes, what is it? I had to go blow my nose real quick. No, I'm not sure if this is the same for anyone else. But... oh, I should probably solve it first. Whenever like someone sneezes, I kind of like, I have a little pet peeve. What I'm trying to say. I'm gonna get gloves. I feel like washing my hand. Washing my hand after I already get this thing, you know. But what is it? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, pet peeve. I have a small pet peeve. Whenever like someone blows their nose, I don't know, I don't like listening to the sound of like them like blowing their nose into whatever they have at the time, I guess. Don't know how to explain it. But it's like a weird pet peeve, and I think it's kind of a rude pet peeve to have. Just because it's like, oh, where else are they going to blow their nose? They're gonna go all the way to the restroom just so they can blow their nose or something like that? I don't know. For some reason, I just always find it like really irritating. Like, come on, can't you just do it more quietly? Even though sometimes you just have something real stuck up there, so you can't really... You know, I get it. You kind of just can't do it quietly. You gotta go full blast, if you will. But yes. Alright. Anywho, let's get this started. Got a little oil, got my chicken breast I floured and salted, and I have all my stuff in place. Mise en place, if you will. Yeah, I kind of want to just go like say thanks to Zuzu, who, I guess, watching that stream kind of like was like, yeah, you know what? I am gonna cook myself chicken marsala. That's a great idea. I should definitely do that. She made an impact towards my meal today. So 2 days later. I think it's 2 days. I think it wasn't today I watched the streams. It wasn't streaming today. Or no, it was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. No, I'm gonna actually take a second here. I want to clean my bowl. Might as well also take my glove off. Yeah. Alright. Alright, well, it's that time of the day where I have nothing else to say, but how are y'all doing today? I think I failed to actually ask you all during the beginning of stream today, but I hope you're all having a grand day. How are you all doing today? Doing good? Are you guys getting some food? Or maybe you've already eaten? Have you guys gotten something yummy? Have you guys ate some food yet? How's your guys' day going so far? I would like to know. Yeah, how are you all doing today? I hope you're having a grand old time. I hope the day's going well for ya. I hope you were able to accomplish everything you wanted to do. And all that whatnot. I definitely gotta drink more water, I think. I think I drink about like 2 gallons of water. Okay, maybe not 2. Maybe 1.5. But I know that I always drink so much water in a day. And sometimes I kind of think that I don't think I need to drink this much water, you know? But I have like a whole big ol' water thing here. It's mint. I have a whole big thing of water. And I think it's like it's like 64 ounces. And that's like half a gallon, I believe, because then 1 gallon is 128. 128 divided by 2 is 68. I think. If my math is correct, which it usually is. I don't know. Cannot recall. There we go. Alright. You know, think about chicken marsala for a moment here. When I think of like food, whenever I think of food that I would like to like make for like friends and, or I guess like theoretically, if I was to actually make food for friends and VTubers alike, if they didn't really have many food allergies, like if they weren't like if they were like lactose intolerant, or maybe if they were vegan, even though those people are kind of weird to begin with. I kind of feel if I were to choose a meal, if someone didn't have anything specific that they would like, I think I would make chicken marsala. It's such a very I don't think humble's the right word. A very simple, a very classic kind of thing to have for like a dinner. And I think it's like just a simple thing to eat. I know there's actually a lot of people that say they don't like mushrooms, for instance, but those people just do not understand. And mushrooms are like one of the best things to eat. They're not ready for the world just yet, but once they learn, they'll learn and realize that mushrooms are one of the best cooking ingredients ever. And there's no one that can say otherwise. I think mushrooms are a phenomenal thing to cook with. Alright, well, it's time to do some folds, you know? You know, as you're cooking yourself dinner, you want to also just have some other things to do. For me, it's to work on my bread. So I'm just gonna do my little folds in the air real quick. I think this is the this is the bowl bread. And the Finar loaf. Funny thing is, I actually made these a little bit differently because I changed my sourdough recipe yet again, and I added less water with it. So I want to see if I add less water with these doughs as well, will they become better or maybe worse? So I guess. So I guess now in that sense, I think I'm kind of hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 birds with one stone today, which is quite nice, no? Hitting 5 birds with one stone today. I am cooking myself dinner. I'm testing out the Finari bread again. I'm trying to test out the Bao bread again. I'm testing out 2 methods of proofing. Yeah, I'm doing like 5 things today. Isn't that grand? Also, just to show, lo and behold, it definitely needed that extra half an hour. So, you can definitely see, she's ready to go in the oven. But she has to wait her turn, because the other guy is in the oven. Speaking of, it's gonna be ready for flip in around 4 minutes. Oh, I just kind of realized you can't see what I'm doing fully. Hold on, let me fix that. There you go. Now you can see. And I'll also put this in frame as well. There you go. Now you can kind of see the bread in the background here, of which I actually need to get rid of a tumor, because I see it has a really bubbly bit here. There we go, now it's deflating. Just to make sure to disturb and stop any tunneling. Alright, well, as that's cooking, no, not yet, I'm not gonna do that yet. What's up? How are you? I am doing grand. As I have mentioned, I am testing 2 proofing methods. I'm making myself dinner. I'm making 2 breads just to test them. It's going good so far. It's very nice. Thank you for tuning in, Mahler. I hope you've been having a grand old day so far. Oh, yeah, it's in the oven. That's where it is. Nice, and you're welcome. Thank you again. I'm still trying to get some color on the other side. Even though, like, it's kind of funny when you think about cooking both sides of a piece. On paper, you really only need to cook one side, because it's going to be the only side you look at, right? Well, I at least want to just have both sides cooked and accounted for. And I think I'm also going to cook some pasta right now, too. Normally, I don't think you actually have... Okay. So on, what is it, Zuzu's stream, she actually made like some spaghetti and whatnot for her chicken marsala. I'm not sure if I just can't recall, but like I don't even really remember what you would even have as an accompaniment for chicken marsala. When I first started cooking and all that whatnot, because when I was really getting myself introduced into cooking and all that, the first thing I would actually do, one of the first things I ever made was chicken marsala. But I can't remember like the sides I would have. As much as I know, the only side we had when I made chicken marsala was just bread. We would just have like an Italian loaf that my mother would have gotten at like the supermarket and whatnot. And for now, I'm putting my my loaf of meat. I'm putting my loaf of meat on a little container for now. All right. In goes all of that. Jesus Christ, a loaf? Really, Self? A loaf? That is so far from a loaf of bread that it hurts. God, I'm stupid. Alright. Oh, 15 minutes. Alright. Time to do a flip in the oven. Flippery-doo. And now that goes in for at least 10 more minutes, and then I gotta take that guy out. You know, I think it's actually been quite some time since I've made something like this. I'm not sure really what kind of category that I'm trying to explain here, but usually when I make food, I don't usually make sauces and all that. Usually I just kind of, usually when I cook, I kind of just either make a sandwich or just kind of throw stuff in a pan and bake it, you know? Sometimes I'm just a little too tired and I don't feel like doing all that whatnot and stuff. So actually making a sauce and building it like a pan sauce and stuff like that, I very rarely do that. So I usually just kind of have something in the pan, call it a day. That's usually how I make chicken. That's how I usually okay, I try to be lazy. This honestly might be a lot of sauce, but that's just gonna be great for me. Because then I have more sauce and I can make another chicken marsala per chance. What was I talking about before? Did someone explain to me? Does anyone know what I was talking about? I really forgot. I'm just thinking about a lot of music stuff and whatnot. Like, I'm still thinking about the last who raided into us. I definitely think I gotta check out their Twitch. I want to see if they like have covers and all that whatnot. I don't know. Speaking of covers and other like little VTubers, if y'all know my friend CUNY, it was a while ago, so it's a little late. I'm a little late to the party, but she did a cover on some song, and yeah, I've been having it on the background for a while. She sang good, don't you know? Wait, back in the pan, come on. Yeah. There we go. Oh, come on. Stay in the the pan. Jeez. Oh, also, just a fun thing, because usually, for the most part, people will tend to use the cooking wine, you know? When you would cook, like, chicken marsala, I believe it's common practice for people to... Hi there, Flair. Hello. Hi. Hello, welcome in. What are we making today? We are making two things. We are making milk bread, and I'm also making myself dinner. I'm making myself chicken marsala. And I was just gonna get to talking about, but usually people will opt out and buy like the marsala cooking wine. Marsala cooking wine is like really watered down, wine. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Usually it's really watered down wine and it has a lot of salt, so then it's purchasable on the shelf and people can buy it, and it's kind of the same thing. But I got myself a really nice, I think it's a nice bottle. A nice bottle of marsala wine. It was like $12, and I really wanted to make a nice marsala wine. So, to make a good chicken marsala, you need a good quality marsala wine. And that is what I have decided to get today. The other day, more specifically. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna turn up the heat. Gotta turn up the heat. Also, I feel like this is some semantics and pedantic shit that I want to do because, oh, it's so fancy and all that stuff. But I got myself a glass. And there's a saying, methinks, of like, if you can't drink it, you shouldn't use it to cook. Usually. I know for a fact, without a doubt in my mind, I will never drink a thing of bourbon or brandy. I just kind of like, okay, this is the cheapest one, and I use that. So, that's usually what I end up doing. Oh, the cat ears, yes. Meow, I guess. But, yeah, I'm gonna just really quickly get a little taste of the wine here. Hopefully, this doesn't change my mood, because, oh boy howdy, I am very weak to alcohol, but I'm 21, just to let everyone know. I'm older than 21. Alright. It's okay. I mean, not it's okay. It's good. I'm just gonna make sure I don't. Okay. Just so I can be clear. I'm not drinking that. I'm just using it to measure because it is way. It already has the marsala in it, so I'm just using it to measure. Okay. Jeez. Lamau, oh my god. Oh, did you just find out about the femininity toggle? Yes. Yes, it is possibly one of my favorite toggles. It's so great. A lot of people think that's so funny. Yeah, because when I first started out as a VTuber and whatnot, I guess on the previous model, a lot of people would confuse me as a girl. And not that I had an issue with it, I just always thought it was really funny. So I kind of asked my VTuber artists currently right now, like, hey, if you don't mind, how much money would it be to just have a toggle to where I just have physics, you know? How much would that be to just get a bit of physics? Alright. Okay, that might have... Okay, now I'm looking at how much... Okay, that might have been a bit much. I'll just pour the rest of that. I'll pour that back in the bottle later. Okay. I need that. You know, it's quite funny, this little thing I always use in like my cooking and all that whatnot. I never thought I would actually really use these little things. I got these as little Christmas gifts. But it's funny of how often I find myself using them. It's so funny. Alright, well now I just gotta have to let that simmer out and let that nice and reduce. It's nice and syrupy, cook off. Oh, wait. No fire. Aw. Can't do any sort of fun pyromancy? Pyrotechnics. That's probably the best word to use. I think there was definitely a few streams to where I've done some sort of pyrotechnics. I don't remember what streams I've done these before, but I know that we've burned stuff like that. Don't remember what they were. Can't remember the stream exactly, but they were fun. Alright. Oh, and that is my timer. That is the milk bread. Ta-da! It's done. Can't you see it? Alright, I'm gonna put this here. And I'm gonna then use this and then put it. 10 minutes I probably need for that. And also, I'm just gonna throw this guy in the oven too. In you go! Don't rise too much. Okay. Well, now you can't really see it. Here, I'm gonna try and move it on this side of the screen. I have timed this all perfectly. The sauce is being reduced, and I'm now going to add my... Oh, it's tri-colored! Oh, I forgot about that. And add some of the pasta into the water. But yeah, this has been getting nicely reduced. It's getting a little syrupy. Want to get even more so. So I'm gonna let that simmer out still. But the more important thing we must address: the bread in the room. The loaf in the room. This is the loaf. Hold on, wait. Come on. Sometimes I hate this camera. Sometimes. This is... bullshit. This is the loaf. Okay. This is the loaf that we let rest and rise in the container, in the oven for a bit of time. So let's take a little look-see. Come on. Uh-oh. He's sticking. She a little sticky. Alright. One person would say to let it cool off. Another, such as myself, will say, be impatient and try and scrape it off. So I got my cheap, like, store brand knife that I'm using to kind of free from the top lid here. Alright. Here we go. A little more. Alright. Oh, and the sauce, I just noticed in the pan. Fully reduced, I gotta add the stock in that. There we go. Alright. Anywho, let us check on the bread. Oh, finally it can come off. Please don't be overproofed. Please don't. Oh! Oh, she's beautiful! Oh my god, it's perfect! Oh! It looks great! Look at that. That is what milk bread should be. And also, this is good confirmation that 650 grams is a perfect amount. Ah, this. Perfect. Great. Good. Yes. Ah, that's great. I'm happy about that. Oh my god. Because you've all seen when I've made the milk bread beforehand on stream, it's always kind of a little, what is it? It's always a little short, you know? It doesn't have enough spring in the oven. But this, it perfectly rose, and I'm very happy. Ah, patience is a virtue that I have now overcome because I just threw it in the oven. Alright, well, let's see, is that enough? Come on out, fella. Okay, well, you know what? We're gonna have to let this guy cool off, I think. Alright. You can have a seat right there. There. Please don't melt my cutting board. Happy that turned out so nicely. I finally have a good picture. Yes. Ah, very nice. I'm very happy. Okay. Ah, yes, things are going swimmingly today. Well, now I definitely know that I can probably do more baking. Well, I can probably now actually show you more of the process when it comes to baking and all that now. I don't have to do any movie magic. I can actually just show you the whole process, which I imagine probably is a bit more fun to watch. Not sure. Is it more fun to watch it in an expedited process with the movie magic, or would you like to see the whole process? I don't know. Let me know in the comments of the description of the video. Yeah, sure, in the VOD. I don't know. Do I even have any VOD watchers? Probably not. Wouldn't know. If anyone watches my VODs and is currently watching this right now, let it be known. You're a one in million, I believe. Thank you. And also, if you're watching the VOD, comment on my YouTube, I saw this, and I'll give you like $5 Steam. There you go. Now there's a money incentive. Now you wanna go watch the VOD. Now you want. Okay, anyways. Sorry. Okay. Well, I needed this to reduce a little faster here. Oh, very much warm in here. Been getting really nice outside, but it's also, I have an oven on. I don't have AC on because that is electricity and that is money when I can be using that to fuel myself. But yeah, it's definitely warm in here. Yeah, I'm kind of letting this reduce now. Usually, I will say I'm gonna make this incorrectly, because usually when you make, I don't know why I had that on. Usually when you make chicken marsala, you want to mount it with butter. and you can use that to thicken your sauce and all that and give it nice creaminess. But I'm lazy, and also I think it's easier to do it this way, but I like adding cream. I do still mount it with butter because butter is butter. I guess that's the best explanation I got for yous. Butter is butter. But it's just a lot easier just using cream too. It also kind of, what's the word? It also, I find that it does bring the sauce together. It makes it more syrupy and all, not syrupy, saucy and all that whatnot. I'm hiccuping. I sure do hope that's not like from that little sip of white wine, of Marsala wine I had. That'd be a little silly. It tastes good. It does need just a touch of salt. Probably like around a teaspoon. No, half a teaspoon. But yeah, I'm actually kind of curious about you lot. Have you guys eaten at all today? Have you guys had a nice meal? Have you had a sit down and like nice time eating something, I guess? Did you eat something today? Did you eat anything today? Sure hope you did. Cause y'all deserve good things. Okay. I'm getting impatient. I also want to check this bad boy out. Or girl, I'm not sure. Doesn't really identify as anything other than bread. Oh, how's your day? What you cooking? We are cooking chicken marsala, and we have made milk bread. Okay. Right now, I'm trying to get the milk bread out of its container so I can actually take a good look at it. But I guess I didn't oil it enough. Even though I did a generous lots of oil in there. Alright, hold on. Here we are. That's my piece of chicken. Put that around. Ooh, she looked lovely. And another 10. Alright, I gotta check how... What's the temp? I gotta temp my chicken. Because I'm not good enough to tell if it's done by touch. Alright, a bit more time. In you go. Back in you go. Alright, anyways, back to my semantics here. How different is milk bread compared to normal flour bread? Well, there's a few things that makes milk bread different from, I guess, normal white bread. Normal white bread tends to be made with like just water and flour and salt and all that whatnot. Milk bread has a few more things. For one thing, most milk breads, to my knowledge, contain milk. So they're the first and foremost there. But also, they do have the tendency, not tendency, they also are different because they use a tangzong. Or a yodane? Whatever the hell it is, I can't pronounce it. I'm not Japanese, I'm Korean. But they use like an agent of sorts, a softening agent, to increase the to better the texture and softness of the bread. There we go. Ah, stubborn little guy. Here we go. Ooh, look! Oh wow, look at that! Look at them jiggle. You see that? With your normal white bread, it wouldn't be like that. The tangzong makes it a lot more, in the best way of describing it, more jelly-like, more soft, more jiggly. Like you know, like the jiggly, what is it, like cheesecakes and all that? So it makes it a lot more softer, it gives it a lot more of a delicate texture, and it is just overall, in my opinion, I believe is a lot better. But most importantly, the selling point is that it's a lot softer than like milk bread. it's actually very much akin to like, what is it? Milk bread. I mean, not milk bread, Wonder Bread, but without the 50 sort of things that they would put inside of it. Like yoga mats. I'm also not sure if you lot do know, but one of the softening agents that they use for milk, for Wonder Bread, is they actually do utilize an agent of sorts, or they used to at least, that would actually be used in yoga mats. And that's why I hate Wonder Bread, and I think it's a great joke. A great joke when it comes to bread and whatnot. Oh, okay, I thought I just broke my glass. Anyways, that's my pasta. All cooked, all done already. Oh, I bet it's a lot softer bread. It's a lot softer bread. It'll absorb dipping oils and sauces better. Kinda. I don't know. Like, yes and no. I mean, if anything, softness doesn't really dictate how well a bread can absorb something. If anything, it's more of like how dry it is. What's the hydration percentage and all that whatnot. Take a wild guess. What probably absorbs liquid more? I mean, absorbs liquid better. Wet? I mean, more wet breads or more dry breads? I'm sure you lot are smart enough to do the math. Hi. Ah, okay. Yeah, softness and all that whatnot, when it comes to like softness and all that, that's usually a quality of texture. It's more of a texture thing than a absorption thing. All about that texture. That's why there is a craze about how, like, oh my god, white bread's so great. We love how soft it is and all that whatnot. Okay, so now that sauce is definitely very reduced and nicely glossy. So this is where I will just put a touch of cream. American and Italians be damned. American and Italians aren't even real Italians. I'm not even Italian. I'm just American. Korean American. But yeah, there we are. Adds a nice bit of lightness to the sauce. And also, just because we like a little bit of extra credit here, I am going to still mount the sauce with some butter. And mounting like sauces with butter is very easy. I know some people think it might be a little intimidating, but all you need to do is just kind of shake your pan back and forth. No semantics, or just like mix it together like this. There you go. Butter, usually when you mount a sauce with butter and all that, it does a few things. It makes it a lot more rich. It adds a nice shine to your sauce as well. And adds the flavor of butter, you know, of course. Okay. Now I'm actually going to move all the contents to one side of the pan as I get all the sauce and stuff on another side of the pan, for the sole reason of now pulling out that piece of chicken. Okay, can't see it. It's on. Actually, you know what? Here. Now you can see it. I'm looking for 150, 156, 157. Good, we're going up. So this chicken is almost cooked. It's at 158, which is perfect. Because now that I took this out at the perfect time, we're going to let it rest. Come on. We're gonna let it rest in the sauce. And this is gonna do a few things. I'm also gonna put that nice little liquid that comes out. This does a few things. It adds that nice residue of like juices and whatnot in the chicken. All of it likes to excrete out, but now it's going into the sauce. And the bottom of the chicken is also getting nicely flavored in the sauce. And not only that, but the chicken is pretty much, for lack of a better word, cooked. I know it's not technically 165, which is technically the temperature it should be, but it's going to continue to cook. It's still hot. So as it cooks, it's going to... Shut up. It's going to carry over cook, is what it's called. And essentially, it's just going to continue cooking, doing its thing. And it's going to be like perfectly moist, juicy, and all that stuff, while still being very much cooked. Which is a very hard thing to do with chicken. A lot of people will tend to, well, not tend to, but it's just an unfortunate thing for, I guess, of novice cooks and whatnot, to where it's very much, you want to cook your chicken to 165. And if you're new to cooking, you should. But this, I know I can let the chicken rest enough, and it will become 165 with enough time, and adds just nice flavor and texture and juice and blah. You get the idea. Hi, Berg. Hello. Hi. Welcome to stream. I've made you bread. Alright. That being said, I can now turn my oven off. Woohoo. And this lovely, lovely looking loaf of milk bread. Ain't she a beaut? Let's get her out. Let's bring her out into the world here. I don't know why I'm just... they transitioned. I called them a he, now they're a she. We are a progressive kitchen here, and we accept all people. Although I don't like people. I hate everyone equally, so take that for what you will. Yeah. Alright. Hey, come on. You're a tough one, aren't you? Want to stay in your little house. Want to be sheltered, huh? Fine, I'll let you... Fine, you know what? I'm not mean enough. Go to sleep. Sleep, child. Okay. Well, anyways, I'll show you that later. Again. But I guess I'm gonna show you my food now. Here we go. I'm gonna put my pasta here. Might be a little too much, honestly. I'm gonna put my chicken right here. Here we go. And of course, because I actually didn't do this initially, I'm gonna do one last taste of the sauce. Ooh. Yeah, that's good. Nice, rich, great sauce. So now I'm going to just kind of shovel it on over. Ooh. It has a nice little crust on top. You can hear how crispy it is. A little bit of the shrooms. Now the nice sauce on top. But yeah, that's why I like to put the sauce, I put so much emphasis on the bottom. Because, you know, you put the sauce on top. And that's going to be nice and saucy. So you want the bottom to be nice and saucy too. So you just get a nice even amount of that saucy marsala goodness. And of course, we need to garnish with some parsley. So now we can upcharge it by $50. And to put it even more so, I have some Pecorino Romano. I'm gonna sprinkle some of that on as well. There you go. And that is a really nice chicken marsala. Ta-da! Tri-colored pasta, chicken marsala, and with the accompaniment of fresh bread. You can't have a nicer life than this, yeah? It's simply great. I'm gonna take a moment here. I want to take a picture of this. But I'm gonna use my tablet so I can still track myself, I guess. Where is my camera at? There it is. Ooh, it has a so much better camera. I'm gonna move that to the side. Delicious. Alright, gotta clean that. I want to make sure this is a nice... I gotta get it for the gram, don't you understand? Alright, there we go. Leave that there. I also need to get a picture of the bread. All right. All right, for the lot that are going to be interested, maybe, maybe not really sure, take your pick really. I'm going to be posting all of these pictures right now in the Discord. Posting it in the Discord as we speak. There we go. In they go. And with that, I think we are done with stream today. I think we're finished. Because I don't want to really eat this on stream, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But if you don't know, whenever I eat, I get silent and I get quiet. So I don't want to, I guess, get silent on you as I'm just eating silently. So I'm gonna enjoy this off stream. But before we go, I think it's only fair to show you our little guy right here. Okay, well, she's being a little stubborn. Come on. Come on, I know you just came out. But listen, I have a friend. Her name is Ari. You'll like her. She can help you about coming out. It's really nice. She's really cool. There you go. Enough convincing and anyone comes out, right? What a lovely loaf of milk bread. Now let that... Oh, and the reason why I'm wrapping all my breads, specifically the milk bread, usually for your enriched breads, if you cover it, it gets even softer. Because all that condensation kind of softens the bread even more so. So that's why I'm very much trying to get all that wet. Well, not wet, but like softened. So these are two lovely breads for the evening. I think they turned out very nice, with their own unique little looks and quirks. If only bread could be, if only people could be like bread. But yeah, got a lovely loaf of milk bread here, and a lovely loaf of milk bread right here. And they're both going to nicely chill and relax and enjoy themselves on the back. But yeah, that is enough for today's stream. So I'm going to take a second here. Oh. Alright. Let's go find someone to send you guys off to, yeah? Who shall we go raid for this evening?
Hmm. We shall go raid. Hmm. I don't know. Yeah, let's see. I don't know who I want to go raid. Let's go raid. Oh, Bronzua is live. Let's go raid into him. I just realized that. And I gotta go set up a raid for YouTube side as well. Okay. My VTuber sibling when it comes to what is it? Our papas. She's Indonesian, but she's very interesting. I would recommend you go check her out on YouTube side. We are gonna go raid her. And on Twitch side, we are going to go raid. Actually, you know what? Let me go take a quick look in the VTuber category, see if we can make some new friends, you know? Any VTubers that are cooking right now? No, we are the. Oh! Wow, amazing! There is someone who is live right now, actually. Duh. She just went live, and I don't know what she's doing. Looks like a hack and slash game, I guess. Yeah, she just went live, and I guess why not, right? Why not raid into her? So let's go raid into Miss Dita. All right, I'm gonna send you guys off to Miss Dita. She is a lovely lass and also a VTuber sibling. So I would like and hope that you would go say hi to her. She's very nice, she's very cool, very funny, so go check her out. She's very cool. But I am going to go enjoy my dinner and get everything washed. So thank you all for tuning in today. It was very grand. I'm very happy that you all joined me tonight, this evening. I hope you guys have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, and evening. There we go. And I will see you when I see you next. Check out when my streams are going to stream on my Twitter or Discord, yada yada. All that shill stuff. And have a good day. Or night. Or time zone. Alt F4'd, everyone. And ciao.